Gia, Veer, and Balloon Boy. In a bustling, vibrant city, there lived a family that seemed to have it all. Mr. MK, a successful businessman, lived with his beloved wife, Mrs. Nina, and their two cherished children, Gia and Veer, in a magnificent bungalow. Their home was a sanctuary of love, with Mrs. Nina taking pride in preparing delicious meals that Gia and Veer adored. It was a home filled with warmth, laughter, and an abundance of luxuries. Mr. MK was a devoted father, ensuring his family wanted for nothing. From toys and chocolates to designer clothes and the newest video games, Gia and Veer had it all. Every morning, the family would hop into their sleek red Ferrari to drop the kids off at the most prestigious school in the city. To an outsider, their life appeared to be a perfect dream, untouched by hardship or want. One crisp December day, the family set off for Christmas shopping, their hearts filled with excitement and joy. As they waited at a busy traffic signal, Gia noticed something that made her stop and think. A young boy standing by the roadside, selling balloons under the scorching sun. His clothes were tattered, and his bare feet rested on the blistering pavement. "Papa, look at that boy," Gia said, her voice tinged with a melody of concern and innocence. "Why is he selling balloons in the hot sun? Where are his parents?" Mr. MK, attentive to his daughter's concern, followed her gaze and felt a deep emotion stir within him. Without uttering a word, he parked the car and signaled for his family to join him. Together, they approached the boy, whose eyes shone with a glimmer of hope. "Would you like to buy some balloons?" the boy asked with a hopeful eagerness that belied his apparent hardships. "2 for just $1. Your kids will love them." Mr. MK knelt down to the boy's eye level, offering him a kind smile. "What's your name?" he asked gently. "My name is Bruno," the boy replied. Despite the trials reflected in his weary voice, he stood with a courage that inspired. "Bruno, why are you out here in the sun without even slippers?" Mr. MK inquired, a gentle curiosity in his tone. Bruno hesitated momentarily before speaking earnestly. "I can't afford slippers or nice clothes. I sell these balloons to earn money for bread for me and my mother. That's enough for us to survive." Upon hearing Bruno's tale, Gia and Veer exchanged glances, their young hearts weighed down by empathy and compassion. Tears welled in Mrs. Nina's eyes as she gently asked, "Where is your father, dear?" Bruno's gaze dropped as he replied, "He passed away when I was just a baby. My mother is very sick and can't work. That's why I'm not in school. I need to earn whatever I can." The family stood in silence, absorbing the depth of Bruno's struggles. It was Veer who first broke the silence, his voice a whisper full of resolve. "Papa, we have to help them. We can't let them live like this." "Indeed," Mrs. Nina added, her voice full of warmth and resolve. "God has blessed us with so much. It's our responsibility to help those in need." Mr. MK placed a reassuring hand on Bruno's shoulder, a smile of encouragement lighting his face. "Bruno, can you take us to your home? We would like to meet your mother." Though taken aback, Bruno nodded earnestly. He led the family through a maze of narrow streets to his small, dilapidated hut. Inside, they found his frail mother lying on a thin mat, the room barely sufficient to keep out the cold. Seeing the family's struggle up close filled Gia and Veer with a profound sadness, yet their resolve to help only grew stronger. Veer echoed his earlier sentiment, his voice now full of earnestness. "Papa, we have to help them live better." Mrs. Nina agreed. "Yes, indeed we must. It's not just our duty, but our privilege." With a heart full of determination, Mr. MK spoke to Bruno. "From today, you and your mother will move into one of our homes. Your mother will receive the best medical care, and you will join Gia and Veer at school. You deserve a chance to dream and play like every other child." Tears cascaded down Bruno's cheeks as he tried to absorb the kindness being extended. With a joyful leap, Gia wrapped her arms around him. "You have a sister and a brother now," she declared with a beaming smile. "We'll study, play, and live happily together." Bruno's mother, overcome with emotion, clasped Mrs. Nina's hands in gratitude beyond words. "May God bless you," she whispered, her voice choked with emotion and relief. Before parting, Mr. MK gathered Gia and Veer close to him, imparting a lesson of compassion and humility. "Listen," he said softly yet firmly, "not everyone in this world is as fortunate as we are. Many endure hardships that we can hardly imagine. Always be thankful for what you have, and never let pride or indifference guide your life. Helping others is the greatest service to God and humanity." Gia and Veer nodded solemnly, the gravity of their father's words settling within them. "We promise, Papa," they said in unison. "We'll grow up to make you proud and help others, just like you." As they walked back to their car, leaving a beacon of hope in their wake, Bruno and his mother waved goodbye, their smiles brighter than the colorful balloons Bruno once sold. The MK family waved back, their hearts full, knowing they had fostered a change, not only in Bruno's life, but within their own hearts as well. Thus, this Christmas became a true celebration of love, kindness, and the spirit of family. Through a simple act of generosity, the MK family discovered the transformative power of giving and the endearing strength of human connections. It was a tale that would live on in their hearts, reminding them and inspiring others of the immense joy that lies in sharing and caring.